New summer movie trailers are out, and I'm gonna talk about them. First up, Transformers: The Dark of the Moon. Alright, so after the second Transformers movie, my default stance for all things Transformers in terms of movies is skepticism. Because Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen was the movie. It was that one thing that made me go, I did not like that movie at all. In fact, I'm gonna get on camera and rant about it to the world. Yes, Transformers 2 is the genesis of all you see here. So in terms of the third movie, skeptical. But as for the trailer, it's okay. It's like 2.5 minutes long. It feels like 7. It shows Neil Armstrong and company tromping on the moon on the dark side of the moon, where they find not a Pink Floyd concert, but a ship. Which is really funny, because I would think when Agent Mustache was breaking it down for the crew in the first movie, he would have at least mentioned that Armstrong found a Transformers ship on the moon. Might have trumped that whole Mars story. But like I said, 2.5 minutes long, and it showed as much as like teasers that are 30 seconds long show. So we'll see how it goes. Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. Captain Jack is back, and he's here to prove to the world that Disney can still milk $1.5 zillion out of this franchise.
There should be a captain in there somewhere.
Alright, so when we all heard that they were making another Pirates of the Caribbean movie, we all thought the same thing. Cash grab. I saw this trailer with no expectations whatsoever. It should have sucked. I actually enjoyed it. Weird, I know. A fourth movie. Looking good. The movie shows a couple of familiar faces like Barbossa and Gibbs, but I'm glad they didn't think of some convoluted reason to bring back Legolas and Domino Harvey. And I am kind of worried that Jack Sparrow's one-liners are gonna feel forced again.
Is that it? I think so.
Like in the first movie, he was the cool supporting character. He wasn't the main spotlight. The things he said were clever because they were built off things that other people said or things that other people did. Then in the second and the third movies, they were like, okay, we gotta have more Jack Sparrowisms. It's gotta be more Jack attack. And it just felt forced because every line was weird. It's okay for him to be weird because Jack Sparrow is weird, but it was just overboard. With lines like, my peanut, and with the thump thump. He calls a heart a thump thump. Did he become retarded? Ian McShane's gonna kill his Blackbeard though. He looks badass.
Blackbeard. The pirate all pirates fear.
He looks like that abusive uncle that you don't want to have, but you kind of do, like Ganondorf from Smash Brothers. Yeah, that shit's bad news. So the Pirates trailer, pretty cool. Thor, mighty god of thunder. Alright, so other than the fact that Thor is the fetish of an 8-year-old kid on Adventures in Babysitting, I have known nothing about Thor. But he is a god, and in the world of Marvel big screen crossovers, bringing a god into the mix? Probably a little tough. And Kenneth Branagh was asked, actually you pronounce his name Branagh. I didn't know that, but it's spelled Branagh. It's pronounced Branagh. Now you know. He was asked, like, you do Shakespearean stuff and plays, and why comic books? That's weird. He explained it that it's all the same stuff. Family rivalries, love, conflict, same Shakespearean stuff that he's always done, just different coat of paint, so after that, it made sense. But I'm not gonna lie, of these 3 trailers, this was my favorite. I mean, it looks surprisingly good. I didn't think it was gonna look good, but it does. I mean, George Kirk looks like Thor. Anthony Hopkins is Odin. And who doesn't love it when you're taking on a group of hard enemies and Odin just jumps in there and slices them all in half? Oh shit, wrong thing. You got Natalie Portman as hot love interest girl, gods at war, and it looks good. The costumes look a bit costumey, but they look 100 times better than the pieces of shit in Clash of the Titans. So I'm not really going to complain about it. They're gods, whatever. I mean, bring on the weird costumes. Thor's costume looks badass. He looks like a badass. Like this shot right here. Boom. Badass. And that weird Cyclops laser-faced robot in the trailer looks a bit like that big robot from The Day the Earth Stood Still. Other than that, it looks like a really cool movie about a fallen god trying to save his world and ours.
His fate is in his own hands now.
A god that was cast out because he said to Odin, "You are an old man and a fool." No one ever says words like that anymore. I want to hear the word fool put in a sentence. Like a real sentence in real life. I want to see 2 people arguing and just have someone go, "You are an old man and a fool." I'd be like, that guy wins. And Anthony Hopkins growls. Is that a growl? Weird. I'm not gonna lie, if he growled at me, I'd be like, "You are an old man and a fool." And then I'd get cast down. With Natalie Portman.
Please open your eyes.
I'd be okay with it. But all these trailers are just teasers. We know nothing about the movies yet. But this summer might just be better than the last 2. Might. I'll put the links to the trailers below. Check them out. Comment below. Let me know what you think. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, then click right here to see more.